me ask you something that comes out of the book. Why did Nikita Khrushchev call you Peter the Great?
The, the wonderful opening story. It was in the July 4th party at the U.S. Embassy in Moscow, 1956. I was then an attaché at the U.S. Embassy, and I was one of four people at the embassy who spoke Russian. So, which is surprising because today everybody at the embassy speaks Russian. But in those days, there were four of us, and I was the kid on the block and sharpened people's pencils. And Ambassador Bolin needed me simply because of the language. Then Khrushchev arrived. For the first time, a Soviet leader arrives at a July 4th party. And he's there with Marshal Zhukov, great hero of World War II. And it was my responsibility as a former PFC in the United States Army to look after this marshal in the Soviet Army. And he and I got along just great because I drank water and he drank vodka. And after about 5 or 6 drinks, he introduced me to Khrushchev, who was, as some of you may remember, he was, about 5'6" in height and width. And he came over to me, I to him, and he looked up at me and he said, "How tall are you? Do you play basketball?" I said, "Yes, on basketball, and I'm 3 centimeters shorter than Peter the Great." I don't know why I used that answer, but anyway, I did. And he burst into laughter. And in any dictatorship, when the dictator laughs, everybody laughs. And from that moment on, whenever he would see me, and he wanted to get a message out to the Western world, he would sort of beckon. I would come over, always a handy CBS microphone, and he would sound off. And that he was doing it with Peter the Great made it easier for him and for me.
But what's interesting to me is, and I think it's so different from what it is today, the different Russia theme already arising. You were able to talk to him and you were able to engage with him, and I gather you could argue with him if he gave you the chance.